Hello there. Congratulations, you have officially made it to the weekend. It is a bit of a mixed picture for us. Some of us have some sunny spells, but there is also a fair amount of freezing fog around first thing this morning. There's murky shots here in Birmingham. As we move into the afternoon, the freezing fog will continue to disperse. So a good number of sunny spells for England and Wales, perhaps the odd fleeting shower for the coast of East Anglia and Kent. For Northern Ireland and Scotland, though, the cloud is going to be much more persistent. Bits and spots of rain and light drizzle throughout the rest of the day, and more of a persistent breeze as well, particularly for the Northern Isles and Western Isles, where we'll see some coastal gales. Wrapped up in all of this cloud, though, is some milder air, so temperatures will be 7-9 degrees across the northwest, but we'll be struggling further towards the east, maybe only 3 or 4 degrees across central and northern areas of England. Where we see those cold temperatures by day, we're going to see cold temperatures by night as well. Where we hold on to those clearer skies across England, the frost will redevelop, as well as some freezing fog patches, perhaps more likely now from Cambridgeshire down towards Surrey. Further to the north and west, the cloud will push its way into western areas of Wales, northwest areas of England, but it will remain particularly persistent for Northern Ireland and Scotland, with perhaps some more persistent rain pushing in here now as well. It will be, though, continuing to stay mild across the north and west, perhaps temperatures staying where we saw them by day, really, but further towards the south and east, turning bitterly cold once again, perhaps as low as -6, -7 degrees in some rural-prone spots. So a pretty cold start in the south-east, and will be a murky one as well, with those freezing fog patches perhaps slow to clear throughout the day, but eventually some brighter skies coming through. The cloud and rain pushing its way gradually further eastwards now into Wales and northern areas of England, and as that rain pushes its way across the Grampians and southern uplands, it could fall as freezing rain, and that might cause some icy stretches over higher ground, so do just take care if you are heading out here. Otherwise, the breeze will eventually ease down across the northwest, but that's just going to allow the cloud to lower a bit more across Northern Ireland and western Scotland, so hill fog certainly possible, and it will turn rather murky here. Staying mild, though, underneath that cloud, so highs of 10 degrees possible across the likes of Stornoway, but again, will only be around mid to low single figures across southeastern areas of England. We retain that northwest-southeast split as we move throughout Sunday evening, so again, the frost returning further towards the south and east. Whereas for Wales, northern areas of England, now that cloud has pushed its way in, perhaps a reduced risk of frost as we move into the start of the new working week. And speaking of next week, the cloud does look like it wants to push its way further towards the south, so we might see some greyer skies eventually across southern areas of England, perhaps allowing for some brighter spells in the northwest eventually later on. But in terms of that milder air, it's going to take a little while before it eventually seeps its way south, so we'll be looking more towards Wednesday before we see those temperatures potentially rising in some areas of southeast England. You can, though, of course, keep up to date with the full forecast for the coming week by following us on all of our social media sites, and we'll be back with you shortly. Bye-bye.